The epic story of Cole Palmer, from rejected kid to Chelsea genius. Some say that to have a winning team, you need special players. But what if I told you there's a young man who proved that size doesn't matter when you have the heart of a giant? Before we continue with this incredible story, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, leave your like and comment what you think about Cole Palmer's journey. This really helps our channel grow and bring more epic stories from world football. Imagine for a moment, a boy just 1.73 meters tall, considered too small by modern football standards, facing giants of 1.85 m, 1.90 m on the field. Seems impossible, right? But Cole Palmer didn't just face these giants, he surpassed them with an elegance and technique that left the football world speechless. In Cole Palmer's first year at Chelsea, something extraordinary happened. He didn't just play, he dominated. He surpassed the Bruyne statistics, sustained a playing system that honored the greatest, and achieved recognition that few thought possible. But let me tell you the numbers that will make you understand the magnitude of what we're talking about here. In his first season at Chelsea, Palmer didn't just score a few sporadic goals. No, folks. He scored 22 goals in all competitions. To put this in perspective, that's more goals than many experienced strikers scored in the same season. And it doesn't stop there. Palmer also registered 11 assists, proving he wasn't just a finisher, but a true midfield maestro. His statistics for key passes, chance creation, and direct goal involvement placed him among Europe's best young players. To express recognition of his talent, Palmer was elected the Best Young Player of the Year by the PFA, the Professional Footballers Association of England. English newspapers declared in headlines, "He is the best young player of the season." As his father used to say, if you don't know how to play with technique, then pass the ball to someone who does. And Palmer knew very well what to do with it. He became Manchester's new jewel, then Chelsea's. With his unique ability and unwavering determination, he wrote his name alongside legends like Kerr and other great names. But to truly understand the magnitude of Palmer's achievement, we need to go back to the beginning. We need to return to that small Manchester suburb where it all began. On October 17, 2023, when the epic confrontation happened, something magical emerged on the field. Palmer, at just 21 years old, showed the world why he's considered one of English football's greatest promises. And then, goal, 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 goal. The goal that changed everything. The goal born in 2002, who had his first connection with football through his father and family. As the son of a football-passionate family in the Manchester region, Palmer grew up watching his parents play. Observing the intense battles on the field, the epic confrontations, he discovered not just football's fun, but also his greatest passion in life. But here's a fascinating thing about Palmer's childhood that few know: he didn't just play football. He was also talented at cricket and even considered following that sport for a while. His exceptional motor coordination and game vision stood out in any sport he practiced. "The world was bigger than I imagined," Palmer used to say. "I thought I was chasing others, but actually, I was creating my own path." The Palmer family wasn't rich. His father worked double shifts to support the family and still find time to take Cole to training. His mother saved every penny to buy the necessary boots and uniforms. It was a family united by love for football and unwavering belief in their son's talent. But facing others' doubts, his father always responded, "You don't need to be like them. You're special in your own way, Palmer." These words gave Palmer strength to move forward. Even being physically smaller, he surprised everyone. The youth team coach said that even at 7 years old, Palmer could lead the team and outperform players of 14, 15 years. But here's what makes Palmer's story even more impressive: he wasn't just technically superior, he was mentally stronger than much older boys. While others cried when they lost a match, Palmer analyzed what had gone wrong and came back stronger in the next game. His extraordinary talent caught the attention of giants: Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, and even Juventus. Imagine the pressure. At 8 years old, Palmer was already being courted by the world's biggest clubs. The decision wasn't easy. Manchester United offered a tempting package, with incredible facilities and promises of rapid development. Liverpool had a tradition of developing young talents. But it was Manchester City that managed to convince the Palmer family with a different approach. He chose Manchester City, promising great things. But what Palmer and his family didn't know is that this choice would take them through an emotional roller coaster that would test every fiber of their determination. But Palmer faced the unexpected. At 14, with delayed physical development, he couldn't achieve what he wanted. At 16, Manchester City coaches almost gave up on him because of his physique. This was the darkest period of Palmer's career. While his teammates grew and developed physically, Palmer remained small, apparently fragile. There were rumors in the corridors that he would be released. Some coaches whispered that he would never be able to compete at professional level. Palmer came home many nights with tears in his eyes. His mother would find him in the garden, kicking the ball alone until late at night, determined to prove wrong everyone who doubted him. There were moments, Palmer would later remember, when I questioned whether I should continue. When I saw my friends giving up football to focus on studies, I wondered if I shouldn't do the same. But it was exactly at this darkest moment that Palmer's true strength revealed itself. Instead of giving up, he became obsessive with his training. He arrived 2 hours earlier at the training center and stayed 2 hours after everyone had gone home. Facing the first major obstacle of his career, Palmer remained calm and focused. In a game nobody cared about, he intensively studied the opponents, the field, and the tactics. And when he entered the field, epic victory. That match changed everything. It wasn't just another youth team game, it was the game that would define Cole Palmer's future. Against a physically superior team, Palmer orchestrated one of the most brilliant performances ever seen in Manchester City's youth categories. He scored 2 goals and gave 3 assists. But more impressive than the numbers was how he controlled the game. Every touch of the ball was precise, every pass had purpose, every movement was calculated for maximum efficiency. After that performance, Palmer was finally recognized by the team. The boy with the small physique became Manchester's new idol. He won Premier League titles and other important trophies. With these achievements, doors opened for him. On September 30, 2020, in the game against Borussia Dortmund, Palmer made his professional debut. From that moment, the boy with the smaller physique began to show his strength in all competitions. But what many people don't know is that Palmer almost didn't play in that match. Pep Guardiola was hesitant to put such a young player in such an important Champions League match. It was only a last-minute injury that opened the opportunity for Palmer. And he used every second on the field as if it were his last chance to prove his worth. When his name appeared alongside De Bruyne, when he received new contracts, when Grealish and Mahrez treated him like a brother, young Palmer knew his dream was becoming reality. He also knew he needed to give back to the most important people in his life. He bought a new bicycle for his mother, gave his father the football equipment he had always dreamed of having, and helped his sister achieve her own dreams. But surprise came quickly. Guardiola's caution with young talents left Palmer in a difficult situation. 1 minute he was playing in the main team, the next he was in the under-23 team. Even when Foden mocked the situation, Palmer kept smiling. Even when tired, he kept his dream alive, the dream his father always supported, proving that Palmer was truly special. In 2023, Palmer was called up to England's under-21 team. In the European Under-21 Championship final against Spain, he showed why he is considered one of English football's greatest promises. It was then that Mauricio Pochettino's phone rang. Chelsea invited Palmer for a new adventure, a new environment where the world would finally know his special talent. At the beginning of September, Palmer cost Chelsea €47 million, arriving at Stamford Bridge determined to prove his worth. But Palmer was prepared to make the world hear his voice. Doubts about a player who barely played at City were soon silenced. The following season, 22 goals in all competitions. Numbers that even surpassed De Bruyne. When various honours came, Palmer's brilliance created a legendary story. A year before, he was just a promise. A year later, he was on the list of Europe's best. On September 15, 2024, in an epic game between England and Spain, after a 0-0 draw, something unexpected happened. Palmer entered the field. And then, Palmer. England scores 1-0. The legend of a young man who was almost rejected was finally complete. That boy who sat in front of the TV watching idols like Lampard was now the idol of a new generation. He rejected rest and continued training intensively, always seeking to start each season in better form. Obviously, not everyone believed in Palmer at first, but in the end, he was the one who conquered most. Why did he always have this determination? Perhaps for Palmer, chasing dreams is more than common, it's essential. The dream of becoming a professional player in England, a country that loves warriors on the field. Insisting on being 100 times more dedicated, he became unique and lethal. Cole Palmer. Leave your comment down below, because your opinion is very important to our channel. If you enjoyed this epic story, go ahead and like, share with friends and subscribe to the Football Legends channel so you don't miss any inspiring story from the world of football. So, which part of Cole Palmer's story impressed you most? Tell us in the comments.